We did this experiment, and the outside temperature seemed to be about 81 degrees with around the same percentage of humidity, about 80% or so. We tested different amounts of concrete in the cup to start out with to see how much, how we could get it to fill the cup up, and found out that with 9 ounces of concrete, it would leave enough space for the water ratio of 70% to almost fill the cup but not spill over. We used a postage scale and plastic cups with a 94-pound bag of Portland cement, and had a pitcher of water and a couple of forks. Was pretty much it, and left aside of 30% and 70% water ratio. Both of those cups we did 2 sets, and put them in the fridge, which is around 36 degrees.
As far as mixing the concrete, we measured 9 ounces of concrete per cup. We labeled the cups at 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, and 0.7 percent of the water to concrete ratio. We made 2 cups of 0.3 and 0.7% to go in the fridge. We picked the 2 most extremes to measure against for the fridge compared to the outside cups. We mixed those and started to let them set.
Okay, our guesswork is that the 0.3 is going to dry the quickest and it's going to be the strongest. And the 0.7 cup is going to be the weakest because it's going to take the longest to set. We also guess that they're going to dry slower in the fridge, but the results are going to be harder because they've taken longer to cure.
Alright, now we're comparing the 0.3 fridge to the 0.3 outside water ratio, and they're both pretty close. The one in the fridge seems to almost be setting faster than the one outside.
Just a light, it'll leave a little residue on your finger from the one from outside, and the fridge one doesn't leave anything at all.
Okay, here are the results of our concrete water to ratio tests. This right here is the 0.3 that we tested and let sit outside, and above it is the 0.3 that we set in the refrigerator. As you can tell, the 0.3 in the refrigerator is a little bit darker, and it also set quicker than the 0.3 that's set outside in the 80-degree heat. So then the next cup we have is the 0.4. It's set up almost as fast as the 0.3. They both took a little over an hour to set up. They started to firm even as we were mixing them. And then next is the 0.5. As you can tell, it's a little lighter in color, and it also took a little longer to set up. Here's the 0.6. It took roughly 3 hours to set up solidly, and as you can tell, it's about the same color as the 0.5. And then these are the 0.7s. This one's the one that we set outside, and this one's the one that we set in the refrigerator. The one that we set outside, as you can see, still has a little film of water over it. And it took the longest to set up. It was still a little moist after about 10 hours of letting it set. And the 0.7 that we set in the refrigerator also took a little bit longer to set up, but it did set quicker than the 0.7 that was outside.